Wow, really? Yep, my stream ended. Yep, my niece texts me like, your stream ended. Oh no, what happened? Plus, I screw up. Now you guys see my Spotify password on last stream. But whatever, I don't use Spotify. And we have. So let's go back a little bit. I don't know where we left off from the last stream. I was disconnected. I hate my ISP provider because in my area we only have one ISP provider, and that's was that brain fart. So yeah, it's like really poor. 15 download and like 6 upload, and if a bunch of people just use the internet, then rest in peace me. So we're gonna left off at Rowlet and evolve all the way to Decidueye. I don't know, I give that like an 8 or 8.5 out of 10. And we're gonna go to Brown Sweet. He's like a 6, and evolve all the way to Tazrina. And no, just not acceptable. 3 out of 10. Wimpod. Nothing special. I mean, yeah, just nothing special really. So he can't evolve to Golly's Pod. Jeez, some of his names are ridiculous. Hard Tap Slash. This attack does 50 more damage to each of your opponent, Pokemon V and GX in play. So you're doing 80 damage for 2 energy. It's not the best, not the worst. I mean, it's not really that good. So 4 out of 10. And now we get to the big stuff, Charizard V and Charizard Vmax. So if you have a Wilderness deck like me, I mean, it's cool just to try this guy out. But then he doesn't have any ability. It's Charizard V. And you have to discard 2 energy cards from this Pokemon. I mean, if you have like 2 special fire energy card, like give me 1 second. So if you have like 2 special energy, fire energy, burning energy, and if you happen to have those cards attached to Charizard, then I think this is a pretty valuable skill. I mean, it's 220 damage, that's a lot. But it's very hard to attach those cards because you're gonna require like at least 2. So man, for Charizard V, Charizard V Max. Now this is interesting. Okay, so my one of my Wilderness deck has a Charizard GX. In fact, I have 2 Charizard GX for my Wilderness deck. Also does 300 damage, but I have to discard 3 cards, and that's a lot. That's a lot of card to discard. So this Charizard only discard 2 cards, but the other Charizard GX, which does 200 damage, you have to discard any card. I mean, if they lower this to somehow one fire energy, that would be game breaking. So I guess that's okay. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon to do 300 damage. Oh man, you can pretty much one-shot majority of Pokemon in this game. Even some Vmax like Butterfree. Of course, any fire Pokemon can pretty much one-shot Butterfree. So Charizard V and Vmax, if you have a Wilderness deck like me, If I had them, I would probably try them out and see how it goes. I'll probably give this an 7.5 or 8 out of 10. I mean, it's not necessarily super useful, but because you have to discard 2 cards, and somehow I need to manage to find 2 fire special fire energy so that I can get my energy back when I discard them. So yeah, 7.5 or 8 out of 10. I think it's reasonable for this card. If it doesn't require you to discard any fire card, then I think that's pretty balling. So what do we have here? Are we like off stream again? Man, what's wrong with my internet today? Give me 1 second. Actually, we're still live. We're still live. Yes, we're still live. Jeez, my internet is just crapping out today. So yeah, 7.5, 8 out of 10. That's very good. You know, if you have a Welder's deck and you don't have any, you know, cool card to put in, that's all you have. And so what I do for Charizard and Charizard Vmax is that I'm going to replace my Cinderace V and Vmax with Charizard. I think that's Charizard just a way better card than Cinderace. I mean, for 3 energy and cost slash, that's decent. That's not too bad. It's easy to put energy on a Welder's deck with Charizard anyway. But somehow I gotta find like 2 fire special fire energy to put on him. Houndoom V. Okay, also fire. Searing Flame. 20 damage. Your opponent active Pokemon is now burned. Conditional, very conditional damage. If your bench fire Pokemon have any damage counter on them, this attack does 100 more damage. Only for 3 energy. If you have a counter on one of your fire bench Pokemon. Welder's deck. That's good. That's good. But I prefer Ninetales over Houndoom V. But if you're a fan of Houndoom V, that's great. I'll give him like a 7 out of 10 because of his skill. But nothing special there. Torchic, Coffin family, Combustion, and Blaziken. So we're gonna look at this evolution chain to see if it's worth it. The ability, double type. As long as this Pokemon is in play, it is fire and fighting type. Well, no duh, it's already fire, isn't it? What's going on? So attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. This could be again situational for finding those energy cards to attach to your bench Pokemon, but I mean, for evolution Pokemon, I don't think it's that great. But you know, like I'll give this 6 out of 10. Not needed. So let's go into a Heat Train. Okay. Cool artwork. Gotta make sure I'm still live. Okay. Your opponent active Pokemon is now burned. Okay, this is a little bit better, but Raging Flare. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. I guess it's good if you have a couple of damage counter on them and you happen to face like a leaf or grass opponent. Yeah, but nothing special. Maybe 6 out of 10. Pansar. So we want this guy in our group? Nothing special there. Simiser, Flare, Giga Impact. Nope. 3 out of 10. Because, you know, most of his Pokemon is not completely useless, but, you know, there are way better Pokemon than that. And Galarian, the Manitin, whatever. But cool artwork. A lot of special effects, special flame. Headbutt, 1 energy for 40 damage. Frozen Heat, you may discard all your water energy from this Pokemon if you do. This attack does 60 more damage, 170 damage for a fire Pokemon. You know, this guy's it's pretty unique because he requires water energy, so for some maybe you can use him for like your water deck with Blastoise and stuff, and you just have like that one-off Pokemon that does damage to Leaf, because most of water are like weak to Leaf, so this guy might be useful if you put like maybe 1 or 2 of this guy inside your water deck, the Blastoise deck. I mean, if you play this a lot, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what they call that deck is. Basically, they use Blastoise as a main guy to take energy and attach to your bench Pokemon. So yeah, this will be useful for that deck, I think. I think if I give this a grade, maybe 6.5 out of 10. Reasonable. It's not the best, but you know, he's good to you know, experiment with. And we have Larvesta. Cool artwork. Does look like Caterpie. Not the Caterpie Pokemon, but the real life bugs. Your opponent Pokemon is now burned. Meh. 2 out of 10. No. Give it 3 out of 10. Doesn't matter anyway. It's like, it's trash. But the evolution form. Oh, Corona. Yes, you don't want to see that forbidden word on YouTube. It's ridiculous. Corona. If your opponent active Pokemon has no damage counter on it before this attack does damage, this attack does nothing. But that's pretty cool for one energy. 80 damage if you're fighting against a leaf Pokemon. I mean, that's pretty cool. 5 wings, man. But that first, yeah, that 80 damage skill. I mean, you can pretty much take out your opponent in 1 or 2 turns if they don't have any good Pokemon on the bench, or the active Pokemon. So I would give that I don't know, maybe 5 out of 10. Like, not the worst, but it'll do. Flet Shinder. Like I said, I could totally butcher the name. And evolved to Talonflame. So let's look at the ability of this Pokemon, Scorching Feather. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent, even if this Pokemon is knocked out, the attacking Pokemon is now burned. Man. Mash Flight. During your opponent's turn, the defending Pokemon can retreat. Situational. 4 out of 10. Not really needed. And here's a card that I want the most. The 2 cards I want the most in this deck. When Darkness Ablaze release on the Pokemon TCG Online. Center Scorch V and Center Scorch Vmax. Yep, we're gonna talk a lot today. I'm gonna want this card to put in my Wildest deck. Scorch V and Vmax. This is two of the most wanted card in like pretty much every Welder's deck. Let's see, this basic V. You may discard an energy from this Pokemon. If you do, discard an energy from your opponent active Pokemon. So yeah, you're trading blows, you know, discard one energy from you and then your opponent discard one. So situational. Burning Train, not bad. 180 damage. That's pretty decent compared to a lot of Pokemon GX. I mean, they do like 150. Yeah, a lot of GX do like 150, 140. But what's nice about Scorch is a Vmax form. 320 HP. Evolved from Scorch V, the G-Max, Inferno, 40 damage plus each fire energy attached to this Pokemon. So wow, I mean, usually you see like X amount of damage plus like 20 or maybe 30 damage per energy card, but this is 40 energy. This is very good. In fact, this can one-shot any Pokemon in this game, given you have the right amount of fire energy attached to this. So maybe at least 340, 360 damage worth of fire energy here. You can one-shot anything. Let me catch my breath for a second. So the retreat costs only 3. Understandable. It's now 4. So it's very reasonable for this type of card. I think this, you know, this is must-have for me. I'm going to try to pull this card. We're going to have. I already pre-order a Darkness Ablaze booster pack. Not booster pack. Booster box. So we can do like a lot opening of that, and then we're going to use the code. We're going to go in the game and open even more. So like I said, you know, in some of my live Pokemon stream, I don't collect like physical Pokemon card because I think it's a waste of time right now. It's either first edition or some of a legacy Pokemon packs, or it's nothing, you know. It's not worth your time. I'd rather collect something more valuable, tangible, like Bitcoin, because I can buy and sell those pretty quickly. But if you have like a $15,000 Charizard, I mean, who you gonna sell to? You know, like there's not a lot of people like have that kind of money, especially in this economy. So collecting physical Pokemon card, I think it's a waste of money unless you can get it for like a really good deal. Like if you have a first edition Charizard at 10 and you get it for like half the price, I mean, go for it, man. Go for it. That's a good investment right there, you know. But if you pay like full price for a Pokemon card, and I mean that's not worth it. So Scorch for me is at the moment, I have to say 9.5 out of 10. Why not a 10 out of 10? I mean, retreat costs, you know, three retreat costs. So they're going to take out some fire energy from you if you don't have a switch card. 9.5 out of 10. Definitely must for your welders, your fire deck. This is it, guys. This is it. Everybody should get this card. Oh man, I'm gonna have to imagine like the amount of insane card that people are gonna want for one of this Scorch Vmax. It's gonna be insane. So we cover quite a few cards. Maybe I'll put this into a couple of segments because yeah, that's a lot of talking for one video. It could go for like 1 or 2 hours, and I constantly have to talk. I mean, just don't have the energy at the moment because I just go out and biking with my little nieces and nephew. We have a good time at the park. I mean, just feel a little bit tired now. So continue to some other card, Mr. Mime and Galarian Mr. Rhyme. Mr. Mime. Reflect. Man, I mean, whatever. Nope, I would put this card. Excuse me. I would put this card in my deck, but would I put Mr. Rhyme in my deck? Let's see. 120 HP for a stage 1 evolution. Once during turn, you may switch one of your opponent face down prize card with the top card of the deck. What's this? Okay. I don't see how this is useful. Unless you can see your opponent card. That could be, yeah. This, yep, I mean, yeah, I think that could be situational. Could be useful. I mean, it's just for this rare moment that you want your opponent to draw some card that they don't need instead of a card they want, instead of a card they need. It's situational. Unless you can see your opponent prize card. Otherwise, this is trash. Mad Party. So yeah, this very situational unless you're working on your Mr. Rhyme party. Jeez, that's too much ass. So I would give this card a 4 out of 10. Yeah, it's I wouldn't even consider it. No. Maybe if you play a lot of opponent that rely on the prize card, per se, 5 out of 10, maybe even 5.5 or 6 out of 10. But I'll give it, yeah, 5 out of 10. Very situational card. Suicune, is that how you say the name? Wave Splash, Aurora Loop, put 2 energy, attach this Pokemon in your hand. 3 out of 10. Febass. Yeah, he's junk. Most Febass are junks. 3 out of 10. 2 out of 10. But the evolution form, Melodic ability, Bright Heal. Once during your turn, you may heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon. What is that Pokemon that can heal once per turn, but only one Pokemon? I have that in my deck, but to cross my mind, I don't remember. Indeedee V. So Indeedee V can heal 20 damage from your active Pokemon. That's a V Pokemon. 180 HP. This is 120 HP. That's situational, but a valuable bench card. I think it's a very valuable bench card if you can spare some room for this card, I say. And if you have water deck, in fact, you can have any kind of deck with this, because the ability doesn't require you to have any energy attached to it. So I might consider this card, but again, it's an evolutionary form, you need to have Febass in your deck. Is it worth it to throw away 2 of your card that you might need for this 2 card, Febass and Melodic? It might be. It might be. I think this is useful for one of my deck, Dragofish Vmax deck, and a Mew to protect my entire bench, so I can switch back and forth and use this Melodic to heal my bench Pokemon, or from all the Pokemon. I mean, this give me a lot of thoughts into this Pokemon. So if I could rate this 8 out of 10, that's how much I wanted to consider putting this into my deck. I mean, it's just not heal one Pokemon, heal your entire Pokemon, your active, your bench. If I'm right, which I think I am. So next stop, Relicanth, Fossil Surge. Dude, I don't encounter a lot of people playing Fossil deck, but I do. Once in a while, I encounter people with a Fossil deck. It's not bad. I mean, yeah, for you Fossil people, this might worth considering. Fossil people, that's for you guys, like 7 or 8 out of 10. But for me, I don't use Fossil, so 5 out of 10. But again, it's situational. If you, I think they could do something with the Fossil, so it could be an 8 out of 10 for those people who use Fossil. I mean, yeah, put 1 or 2 of those guys in your deck. Panpour. Trash. Nothing good. Second stage. Simipour. Man, nothing good. How about the last stage? And do they have the last stage? Is that it? 3 out of 10. Both card. Nope. And you know, like this Galarian, Darumaka. What people want is the evolutionary form, but that's a lot of energy. I mean, this also does 10 damage to each of your opponent bench Pokemon. It's not bad, but that's better, you know, like I use Dragofish Vmax, it's way better than this. Of course, you know, like no duh, but this is just maybe ordinary Pokemon. Second stage. And if I have to give that a score, 6 out of 10. I mean, if you have a water deck, yep, not bad. But yeah, I mean, it's situational. But you can't do damage to my Vmax decks because if I most of the time I have a Mew on my bench and you can't attack my bench Pokemon. So okay, now we're gonna look at this evolutionary chain. Vanillite evolve all the way to Vanilluxy. Jeez, man, some of this name. 150 HP. Ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is active spot, you may flip a coin. If head, your opponent active Pokemon is paralyzed. I mean, if you're in like a tight corner, I can see this useful for you, but you have to flip a coin. It ain't free. So unless it's like, oh, once a turn you can make your opponent active Pokemon paralyzed. I mean, that would be OP. But for this entire evolution chain, 5 out of 10. I wouldn't put it in my deck, but you know, if that's what you got, I mean, you have to do, right? Cupchew, and Burdick. Nothing special on that. 3 out of 10. Anything not special, I'll give it 3 out of 10. Wishy-washy. We don't have an image for that. I think I saw it, but I don't remember. I mean, it could be useful. Mariani. Generation heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Poison Tentacle, your opponent. Okay, now this might be useful for your people that do like conditional damage, but no, not for me. So the evolution for this Pokemon is Toxapex, Recover, and Poison Whip. One second. Mr. Mime, Mr. Rhyme. What's this? Conditional. So if I have to give that a score, well, it's 2 Pokemon, 5 out of 10. I don't see will anybody want to use this. The HP is low and the damage is not that high either. So remember I said about that about this Relicanth. So if you use fossil Pokemon like this Dragofish and Autofish, yeah, if you use fossil Pokemon, then this 2 card might be valuable for you. So let's see Dragofish. Primal Law. As long as this Pokemon is in active spot, your opponent can play any Pokemon from their hand to evolve that Pokemon. I've seen this ability before. It's very situational because in order to have this ability, you need to keep this Pokemon alive, and they only have 150 HP. It's really hard to keep something like that alive nowadays. I mean, you can have a basic V Pokemon that had 180 damage. I mean, it's situational, like really. So for Fossil Guy, 6 out of 10. I think reasonable for this card. 6 out of 10. How about Artifish? No ability. However, the skill is not that bad. I mean, it's not that bad. Again, 5.5 out of 10 as opposed to Dragofish. I think Dragofish is a little bit more better, but you know what? If you use your entire deck based on Fossil, I mean, that's not bad. 5-6, doable. Mareep and Flaffy. All the way to Ampharos. Your opponent, active Pokemon, is now confused, and one of the conditions that I hate the most is being confused. I mean, it's just there are fights that my Pokemon confused for like 3 rounds in a row. That could literally take out your Pokemon. So But you know, this can require like there's some rare candy, and I don't think it's worth it. I mean, 5 out of 10. I mean, conditional, you know, conditional Pokemon. Electric and Manectric. The last evolutionary Pokemon of Electric. Strap. Conditional. What F? Trash, pretty much 3 out of 10. No, in fact, 2 out of 10. Yeah, because it does damage to itself. Yeah, I mean, what? And HP is low. Vikavolt V. Now I am working on my Bolton V deck, the electric deck, but I still need a couple more cards. If I have the entire deck, would I put this card in my electric deck? Let's see. Paralyzing Bolt. During your opponent next turn, they can't play any item card from their hand. Conditional. Situational, I mean. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. 190 for 3 energy. I mean, if you can get back those energy, that's great, but the problem with this card is that the retreat cost is 3. So somehow you can put like an air balloon on this guy or whatever. And somehow you can constantly get some energy into this guy. I mean, Paralyzing Bolt is not bad. Because nowadays a lot of people play like item card. This could be useful. This could be useful. But I might consider him for my electric deck. If I have to give him a score, maybe 6 out of 10. Very situational. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Taboo Coco. Do not underestimate this basic card. You can draw 2 cards, and the HP is pretty high, 110 right there. The electric ball is not the best, but you know, for this card, you can draw more cards. This is like a dumbed down version of Zacian V. But you know, like, I mean, you get to draw 2 cards. But it doesn't have anything special going for it, so I have to say 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Maybe 4.5 out of 10. Toxel and Toxtricity. I mean, Toxtricity V and Toxtricity Vmax, that's more useful than this. Let's see, what does this Toxtricity do? Risk Taker, flip a coin if head, discard the top 5 card of your opponent's deck. If tail, discard the top 5 of your deck. And Thunder Jolt does 30 damage to yourself. So I remember encountering like 2 opponents with a deck that does nothing more than just discard my hand, discard my deck, so that they can win, because I don't have any more card to draw next turn. So for those kind of deck, for those kind of people that use that kind of deck, I mean, that card could be very useful for you guys. Toxtricity, I think I would give him like I mean, for those people only, okay? You should consider putting this guy into your deck. 6 out of 10. Okay, not the best, not bad either, but you know, for those kind of people, I wouldn't put this in my electric deck. I mean, already I'm drawing like a whole bunch of cards. I don't want to discard any more of mine. So that's that. But as for me, if I would give this a rating for myself, a 5 out of 10. Pinsurgeon and draw 2 card again. This is kind of like Taboo Coco, and slightly worse HP, and the main skill. I mean, 4 out of 10 because you get to draw 2 cards, you know. Fossil deck. Okay, now we see a comeback of all this fossil, but they don't make them too good. Dracozolt. Amping up. During your next turn, this Pokemon amping up attack does 90 more damage before applying weakness and resistance. I mean, not 200 damage kicker impact. That's not bad. So somehow your first turn you need to use kicker impact. So you can wait, and then the turn after that you can use amp up, and then use kicker impact again. It's hard to rate that guy. It's situational. I'll give him, you know, like all the fossil card, I don't use them. 6 out of 10. I don't know the first thing about fossil card really. I tried to use Aerodactyl fossil, but didn't turn out too good for me. Autozolt. Ability: Biting Whirlpool. Whenever your opponent attaches an energy card from their hand to one of the Pokemon, put 2 damage on that Pokemon. Oh wow, wow, this guy is better than all the other fossils, so 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, I would, if I do fossil deck, definitely, you know, put maybe 1 or 2 in there just in case. So Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff, it's nothing special. 3.5, 4 out of 10. Mew V. Okay, so we have a new Mew, and it's a V now. X-Ball. This is deck does 30 damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. Danny, Indeedee. Let's see how much Indeedee do. So Indeedee do 60 damage to the opponent's, each of the opponent active Pokemon energy. 10 plus 60, and this is 30 plus 30 to both sides. I think Mew versus Indeedee. Indeedee have ability. Mew doesn't have an ability, so I have to give a hard pass on this. 4.5 or 5 out of 10. Yeah, hard pass on that. Snubbull and Granbull. Situational, but 3 out of 10. Lunastone. Very situational. This could be that future side. I like it. And that Psychic is not bad either. If you're facing something like against a welder deck that has a lot of energy attached to a Pokemon, or just some Blastoise deck. I mean, that's really good. The future side, unless your opponent can shuffle the deck, then I see this to be very useful. So for at least 2 turns, you can screw your opponent for 2 turns. You look up at the top 4 cards of the deck and then rearrange them. So maybe they need like a Welder's card or a Boss of Sword or something like that. You can put those in the next 2 turns. So the 2 coming turn could be like some trash card. That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, but again, you know, like you have to put a spot for this guy, and he has to be an active Pokemon. So yeah, an active Pokemon that does that. It's really hard to rate this guy. I mean, very useful, that future side. 5.5 or 6 out of 10. I mean, you should play around with them, see how it goes. Maybe I would play around with them too. Okay, now we go to Gatita and Gatorita. Jeez, man, it's like, are they blending like Latin with a Greek name here? So the last evolutionary stage, whiny voice. Okay, I heard a lot of those on the internet. Let's see. Choose a random card from your opponent hand. Your opponent review that card and shuffle it to the deck. Random card, maybe. Flip 2 coins sectors, maybe. 4 out of 10. So trash. Oh yeah. Got the telly. So this is final form. Your opponent active Pokemon is not confused. Meh. But okay, for 1 energy, yeah, that's not bad. Choose 2 random cards from your opponent's hand. Your opponent review those cards and shove them into the deck. Okay, so this final form right here is, yeah, it's better than the second stage. What now, from 1 to 10, what would I give this card? Would I even use it on my Dragofish Vmax deck? No, not really. I don't see a use for it. But if that's all you have, 4.5 or 5 out of 10. I mean, man, you know, like 1 energy, do 40 damage and get your opponent to be confused. Not too bad. So we go to Golett and Golurk. Golett, whatever, man. Golurk, nothing special. I mean, look at that. That's just unacceptable. 5 energy to do 180 damage, really. I mean, the Charizard GX, 5 energy, you can do like 300 damage. Charizard Vmax, I mean, trash. I mean, that's, don't do it. 2 out of 10. Don't do it. Don't put him in. What a waste of energy. Dedenne, of course, everybody's favorite Pokemon. Favorite side Pokemon. That's include me. You know, I have almost at least one Dedenne in all my card, but not this Dedenne. Mad Party, okay, so Mr. Rhymes, I believe. Yeah, that we look. So if you building like a Mad Party deck, this card might be useful for you, but I'm not doing Mad Party. Mad Party deck, 7 out of 10 because it's Mad Party, but if you're not doing any Mad Party anytime soon, 3 out of 10, not useful, too much energy. More lure and the evolutionary form, Synotic, 110 HP, flickering light. So okay, it's like you're immune to attack. For 1 energy, you're immune to attack. You have 50 chance to immune. So for 2 energy, 120 damage. Is that good? I mean, not really. From 1 to 10, I'll give it a 4.5. 4. Yeah, 4 out of 10 or 4.5. Okay, now we get to this card. Mimikyu, if I'm pronouncing it right. Heal Gemmer. Your opponent bench Pokemon can't be healed. Okay, now that's... I mean, if you can afford to have this Pokemon in your bench, I think that's good. Wait. That's very good. Lately, I encounter a lot of deck that use Venusaur and some healing Pokemon is constantly healing the Pokemon. Yes, this guy right here. This guy can eliminate all that bench Pokemon healing. Ooh. Not bad. I mean, I encounter quite a few decks that just you're like heal madness. They do nothing more than just heal and then just do basic damage, heal. It's kind of annoying, you know, like unless you can one-shot the Pokemon, then you know they're gonna heal back up next round. This guy, yeah, I definitely consider him 6.5, 7 out of 10. Yes, very situational, but I mean it could be useful for any deck. You know, you don't need any energy to do that ability. But if your opponent have Silent Lab, like I do have Silent Lab on almost all my deck. I mean, sometimes I get really annoyed by those ability that the opponent use. So if he get blocked by the Silent Lab stadium card, then he's useless. But otherwise, yeah, 7 out of 10. I mean, I would use him if I get annoyed enough to the point where every opponent now just do some crazy heal on the bench Pokemon. So Sinistea and Portuguese. Okay, I get it. Portuguese. Only 60 HP. Okay, I get what Nintendo is trying to do here. They're trying to make the Mad Party a thing in this booster deck. In this booster in this new generation, they try to make a Mad Party a thing right now. So for you Mad Party people out there, you can try that and see how that goes. You know, I would love to see that too. Battling with you guys using Mad Party. Am I still live or am I talking to myself? Okay, no, now Portuguese Mad Party, I think is a must-have. Let's say you must discard a Pokemon in Mad Party. In order to use the ability once during turn, you may draw 2 cards. Situational card, 7 out of 10 for you Mad Party people. But for me, I'm not using Mad Party anytime soon, so 3 out of 10 for me. But for you Mad Party people, 6 or 7 out of 10. Easy. Diglett. Let's go. Uses the trio. Dig. I mean, yeah. 3.5 out of 10. 3.5 out of 10. Whatever. I don't use. I don't have a fighting deck yet, so. But he doesn't have anything interesting. Larvitar and Popitar, Tyranitar, the last evolutionary Pokemon of Larvitar. This card is Stadium card in play. Very situational. If a lot of times, you know, the Stadium card can be very pesky. You want to discard them and you happen to have a fighting deck, discard the top 5 card of your deck. For 250 damage, that's a lot, guys. That's more than the Charizard GX that do 230, I believe. Let me check my deck real quick. So the Charizard GX do 200 damage, and the other Charizard GX do 300. It's got top. I mean, 250 damage. That's a lot for 4 energy. That's more than Charizard. But you know, it's very situational. This guy right here, not bad, but you need rare candy. You know, you need like at least 2 Larvitar and 2 Tyranitar. Yeah, if you do a lot of basic Pokemon in your deck, I mean, it's not bad. It's like, I'll give him like a 6.5 out of 10. I would give him a 6, you know, like, he's not that great, but, you know, it's like, I mean, that 250 damage, that's a lot. So 6 out of 10, 6.5 for some of you, like, if you like fighting deck. Top pitch and Vibrava and Flygon. Okay, so that's the last evolutionary card. Ability, Labyrinth of the Sand. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent active Pokemon can't retreat. Okay. Situational. Does this Desert Geyser do any Gazer? Does anything good if your opponent has a stadium in play? Discard it. If you discard a stadium card in this way, do your opponent next turn prevent all damage from an effect of attack done to this Pokemon. Ooh, very situational here. Now, I encounter quite a few conditional damage deck that use a Butterfree and can be poison, toxicity, and all this poison and confusion. This could be good, and you get to discard a stadium card, I believe, if your opponent has a stadium card discarded. All damage from an effect of protected. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. Just like Tyranitar, you know, it's like I'll give this a 6 out of 10. I mean, it's not bad. I might build a fighting deck with these guys in to just see what's going on. But okay, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Leave it at that, but I could be wrong, you know, like you guys might have different ideas. Solrock and Hippopotas. Nope, Solrock first. We have Resistant Shade. If you have a Lunastone in play, your opponent card in play have no resistant. Okay, pretty much trash. 3.5 because you can remove the resistant. So if you're fighting against like a deck you have a Wilderness deck, Fire deck, and you fighting against like a Blasto deck, this could be useful, but I don't see that a lot of people playing that. 3.5 out of 10. Hippopotas, and the last evolution is Hippodon. Flip 3 coin. This attack does 80 damage for each head. A lot of damage, but what are chances of getting 3 heads in a row? And that 150 For 4 energy, not worth it. 3 out of 10. Okay. Rhyperior V. We need more like good fighting type Pokemon, right? Drill Run. Discard the energy first when your opponent active Pokemon. Situational. I mean, if you can, you know, discard like a special energy from your opponent, that's great. $210 damage. That's more than Charizard GX. For 4 energy. That's, I mean, it's tough for. It's tough to attach like fighting energy to fighting Pokemon, especially 4. I don't know if you can raise the damage somehow. It's worth it, but man, 4 out of 10, 4.5 out of 10. Okay, Diggsby. Diggersby. Nothing special, man. 3 out of 10. Call for family, okay. Decent for call off family, you can call up 2. I mean, 4 out of 10, 4.5. Sure fetch. Evolve from Galarian Farfetch. Cool artwork. Not so good card. 3 out of 10. Slowbro V. Galarian Slowbro V. Rapid Fire Poison. Once you return this Pokemon is in its active spot, you may take your opponent active Pokemon's poison. You might make your opponent. You can make your opponent poisoned. During your opponent next turn, the different Pokemon can't retreat. Okay, now, if you have one of those decks that do conditional damage, like a lot of it, yeah, this card is like, yes, this you must have, you know, like 8 out of 10 for those of you who do conditional damage. But for me, like, I don't have a darkness deck or like conditional damage deck. Maybe 4 out of 10. But for those of you who do conditional damage, 7 or 8 out of 10 easy. Grimer and Muck. Yeah, man. Okay, so again, conditional damage, but conditional damage, it could be useful for you guys, but for me, 4 or 5. Slowbro and Muck. Spinarak. Basic Pokemon, nothing special. And the evolutionary form, Darkness Pokemon. Ariados ability, Spider Net. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve from one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may switch one of your opponent bench evolution Pokemon with the active Pokemon. Well, we're going over 1 hour. Again, conditional damage. What did I just do? Okay. Conditional damage. 5 out of 10. For those of you who do conditional damage, you'll add 2 points to that, 2 or 3 points. Crobat V. Now, a lot of people like this card. Let me catch my breath. Ability, Dark Assess. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may draw a card until you have 6 cards in your hand. You can't use more than 1 Dark Assess ability each turn. Your opponent active Pokemon is now poison. Conditional damage. Basically you're playing a Pokemon and you get to draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. So he's only useful if you're running low on card on your hand. So don't put this card on your hand right away. Use it where you need a lot of card. And his darkness. I wish he's like psychic. This could be useful if he's psychic with darkness. But a lot of people like this card. I mean, but I don't have a darkness energy, darkness deck. It could be used for Eternatus V and Vmax. Yes. So for those kind of deck, I would say it's must have card for your Eternatus deck. 8 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. Maybe even 9, because you know, like, if you use a dark deck and you don't have this, like, what are you doing with your life? So 8.5 out of 10. Darkrai. Darkness card. Okay, kind of like Snorlax. I mean, not bad. The HP is kind of low. Not bad for a basic Pokemon. It's like yeah, it's not bad. I'll give this. I mean, if you have a dark deck, 5 out of 10. Just try him, you know. Like, it's not hurt to try him. So, Purloin, and Lightbird. Let's see. Take a look at Lightbird. This Pokemon can be paralyzed. What an ability. Useless. 100 HP. I mean, that's 2.5 out of 10. Yeah, prove me wrong. 2.5 out of 10. Dano. Dino, whatever. Evolve into Swellless. Is a Z silence this time? Nothing special. 3 out of 10. But evolve into Hydreigon, Dark Squaw. Must have. Darkness deck. 8 out of 10. Must have. Eternatus V, Crobat V, and Hydreigon. Yep, 8 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. Crobat, 8.5, maybe even a 9. Hoopa. Three out of 10. Nickit. What's the evolutionary? Devo. Wow, this is actually good. You gotta have this guy in your darkness deck. Search out for 2 cards and put them into your hand. This is kind of like a Cramorant, but instead of you know, having 2 cards, you can have Cramorant. I think Cramorant's better. You probably 7.5 or 8 out of 10. This guy, if you don't have Cramorant, this is pretty good. 7 out of 10. Yeah, try that in your deck if you don't have Cramorant. But I do have them, so no for me. Grimmsnarl V, Spiky Knuckle. What is this? Situational. I mean, if I had to give Grimmsnarl and Grimmsnarl Vmax. So I can't add more than 100 damage in this way. So that's 270 damage. That's that can knock out a lot of Pokemon, but not VMAX. No go, no go. 5.5 out of 10. Yep, no go for me. I wouldn't put that in my deck unless that's all I have. Here it is, guys. Eternatus V, Power Accelerator. Absolutely awesome. Wow. 240 damage. Eternatus V and Eternatus V Max. .5 out of 10. No doubt. 9.5 out of 10. Alright, I'll be back. Taking a little break. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. Meanwhile, you can see my computer setup here, just to amuse you guys. I'll be back. I am back. So we are at Eternus V and Vmax. Let's see how much card we have to go through. That's too many card. I think we can do it. Okay, I have to power through this. Eternus Vmax. 9.5 out of 10. Darkness deck, you gotta have it. Gotta have it. So yeah, that's one of a prize card that people want. That I want. I don't even have a darkness deck, but even I want it because if I have Eternus Vmax or something, I can trade it for a lot of other cards. You know, like Center Scorch Vmax at the same time. I can trade for that. So Scissor X and Scissor V and Scissor Vmax. Okay, so I see tools have become kind of popular among a lot of decks, so that could be useful. Scissor V. Meh. This is pretty underwhelming for a Vmax. But that Scissor V, I think it's better than the Vmax. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, that's very situational there. Hacks off. So 5 out of 10. 4.5, 5 out of 10. I wouldn't use anything less than at least 6 out of 10. So I wouldn't use anything less than that. Auron evolve into Lairon and Ogron. Let's see what this guy have. Metal Steel Pokemon. So this guy can withstand one hit. Okay. Not bad, but I wouldn't put that in my deck. I mean, 4 out of 10. 4.5. Escavalor. Jeez, it's so hard to pronounce this. Escavalor. Excalibur. Whatever. Furry Cutter. Flip 3 coins, add up. If one of them is hit, this attack does 20 damage more. If 2 of them are heads, this attack does 70 damage more. For so luck, you pretty much based on luck. I don't like luck, but you know what? 3.5 out of 10. Clink, clang. 200 damage for a steel Pokemon. And you need Clink or Clang on your bench. No thank you. 3 out of 10. Stunfish. Galarian Stunfish V. Ability, Metal Skin. This Pokemon gets plus 20 HP for its metal energy attached to it. It's very situational. Basically, it does 180 damage if you give a take. For a V, 200 HP. 2 energy. 2 colorless energy. Not too bad. I wouldn't use it, but I'll give a 5 out of 10. Not too bad, but not useful either. I wouldn't put it on my deck. Meltan and Melmetal. Discard pile. I've seen this before. So 4.5 out of 10. Not the best. Kufin and Kabaraja. Ability. Antibacterial skin. Okay, so anti-special condition for this guy. Basically, he can do up to 240 damage, but require 4 energy. So much energy. It's really difficult to get a lot of energy into metal Pokemon. I mean, I have my ADP Zation deck, and you know, it's still, you know, once in a while it's difficult to get a lot of energy into this Pokemon. And if it's 3 energy, yeah, but you know, it's like 4 energy. So if I would give him like 4.5 out of 10. These 2 cards. Genghis-Khan, nothing special here. Nothing special. 3.5 out of 10. Taurus, 3 out of 10. Sentret and Furret, draw 3 cards. Okay, now that Furret's not bad, but you need to evolve it from Sentret. 4 out of 10. I mean, if you like, if you want to play 4 deck, that's what. Dunsparce, 60 HP. Final deck. Again, if you have a deck that discard your opponent's card a lot, then yeah, he might be useful, that ability. So for those kind of deck, 6 out of 10, but for me, 3.5 out of 10. Teddy Ursa and Earthring. Why doesn't it have any image? So I can't give you guys insight on those 2 cards. Let's go to Lugia. 3.5 out of 10. I mean, it's not bad, you know. It's like 130 HP and 1 energy. You can do 30 damage, but it's not great either. Skitty and Delcatty. Switch one of your opponent bench Pokemon with your active Pokemon. The new active Pokemon is now confused. Switch. Okay, so it's kind of like a boss's order, but you can make your opponent active Pokemon, the one that's just switched, confused. So it's just again, this move is very situational. It's useful, you know. It's not bad at all, but I would put this a 4 out of 10, 4.5 sometimes. I mean, because you know, boss's order is very useful, and this kind of does that, but has a confused effect. So maybe it's a 5. Yeah, it should be a 5, but very situational. Salamence V and Salamence Vmax. Let's see the V first. $30 damage to each opponent Pokemon. So if they have like a bunch of bench Pokemon, I mean like basic bench Pokemon, this could be useful. Salamence Vmax. Again, you know, it's kind of like It's not comparable to Dragofish Vmax. About 240 damage. The only advantage this Pokemon have over other type is that colorless energy. You know, you can attach pretty much anything to it, and it'll work. It'll work. I mean, if my deck is not that good and I don't have a lot of good cards, this is all I have. I'll give this a 6 out of 10. I would definitely put this in my deck, but I don't think I really want to put them in my deck. But 6 out of 10, I would consider them because they're colorless Pokemon. Starly and Staravia, Staraptor. So let's see the final form. Hurricane Blender, move an amount of energy from your Pokemon to your other Pokemon in any way you like. Very situational. That Hurricane Blender, that could be useful, you know, like you made a couple of mistakes on your bench Pokemon. You could have like, you know, a Welder's deck and you accidentally move wrong energy to a Pokemon that you don't have. You don't have a solution to, whatever. But you need to evolve it from Starly. If you turn actually Bird Keeper in your hand during this turn, ignore all energy in this Pokemon attack cost. It's not bad. This evolution chain is not bad. I mean, don't overlook that Hurricane Blender from this Staraptor. That's pretty useful. I mean, a lot of time I screw up by putting energy on the wrong Pokemon. I would give this a 6.5 out of 10, believe it or not. Definitely consider this, but you know, it's not like a strong consider, but definitely useful, you know. Let's see, Ducklet, Swanna, evolve to Swanna. Ability, Sky Circus. If you play Bird Keeper from your hand during this turn, ignore all energy on this Pokemon attack cost. Great, 0 energy, Bird Keeper. Look like they tried to push a Mad Party and Bird Keeper card, Bird Keeper deck in this booster pack. Yeah, Mad Party. If you're running Mad Party or Bird Keeper or kind of like Bird Pokemon, I would give that 6 out of 10. No, 5.5 out of 10. Yeah, not quite 6. But if you have like you play a lot of Bird Keeper, yeah, that's you could get up to 6 or 7. Bonus B or B trash. Mad Party again. Mad Party card. 6 out of 10. I mean, you can have something basic like this and does 200 damage if you have enough Mad Party card discarded. Okay, check to see if I didn't mute myself. Sometimes I do that. Fletchling. What? Doesn't have a evolution to that? Nope. Not in this deck. Okay, Sky Volvit. Flip a coin if tail. This attack does nothing. Trash 3 of 5. Fletchling 3 of 5. Credent. Scrape off before you do it and discard all Pokemon tools from your opponent active Pokemon. but you have to evolve. So 3.5 out of 10. Rookity to always to Chorus Knight. Flying Taxi, when you place Pokemon from your hand to evolve from one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may put one. So yeah, basically just calling up your Pokemon. 3.5. Just don't put that in your deck. It's not really useful. So now we're on to the trainer card. Some of this could make or break the game, honestly. Big Parasol. Pokemon tool. Unlimited use. As long as the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, prevent all effect of attack from your opponent Pokemon done to all your Pokemon. Yeah. Oh, wow. It prevent all effect of attacks from your existing effect or not removed. Damage is not an effect. Okay, so yeah, it's not damage but effect. So if you fighting against like that pesky deck that does conditional damage, confuse, poison, this is pretty good. I mean, maybe you want to put one or two card in your deck. I consider putting one just to counter those conditional deck. So 6.5 out of 10, maybe a 7. Very useful for those to avoid those conditional damage. I mean, that's huge because a lot of deck based on conditional damage, and it could stack up really fast. Billowing Smoke. Again, it's a tool, unlimited use, attached to as many Pokemon as you want. If the Pokemon's card is attached to its knockout by damage from an attack from your opponent Pokemon, not play, discard any prize card they would take for that knockout instead of putting those cards into the hand. Okay, why? Okay, I just accidentally tap on my Stream Deck for the program Audacity. So yeah, if you guys stream and do like a lot of voice work, that program Audacity is really great. I use that a lot for my pre-recording and stuff like that. So this card, okay, so if your opponent rely on a prize card and they have a face-up prize card and now they take one of the prize, I mean, you could attach this to your. That's not bad, but it's conditional. Like I would say that 5 out of 10. It's not something I would put in my deck, but still, you know, like this could be useful, kind of thing. Bird Keeper. Okay, so this booster theme is pushing Bird Keeper and Mad card. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, draw 3 cards. Wait a minute. This. So this is a trainer card. I thought, you know, at first I'm like, hey, is this an item card? If this is an item card, the switch card has become obsolete. But this is a trainer card. Very useful. Very, very useful. Not bad. Very useful. 7. No. That's more than 7 because you'll be able to switch your active with your bench and then draw 3 cards. That's huge. That's huge. 8.5 out of 10. Definitely a must consider for this card, Bird Keeper. get to draw 3 cards and you got to switch out your Pokemon. 8.5. Yes. Even a 9. Try to remember that. Trainer. Item card. Cape of Toughness. You can use unlimited of this. The basic Pokemon card is attached to it, gets 50 plus HP except Pokemon GX. Yes, this is okay. This is I think I have a better card. Because you know, if you want a lot of HP, then that's great, but I would rather use, what is that card? Let me search for that. Give me 1 second. I have that one training card for my Zacian, the item card. It's not the frying pan. Hold on. Okay, fighting furry belt. I think I'd rather have that over this because the fighting furry belt give you 40 HP plus 10 more damage to your opponent active Pokemon. You can do 10 more damage. So I think the fighting furry belt trainer card is more useful than this. But you know, it's like trade for trade. It's just okay. Not bad, but 6 out of 10. Fair. Familiar Bell. Uncommon. Search your deck for a Pokemon with the same name as a Pokemon in your discard pile. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's too complicated. I mean, why can't I have like a quick ball or something like that? So man, but you know, it's an item card. So I mean, so is quick ball. Like meh. 3.5 out of 10. Glimwood Tangle. We have a stadium card. Once during each player's turn, after that player flip a coin for an attack, they may ignore the result of those coin and flip and begin flipping those coin again. So you know, if you playing RNG, I mean, you got really bad luck, this could give you a second chance. I can see that useful in some deck. 6 out of 10. It can be useful in some deck. If you rely a lot on luck, yeah, that's definitely a must for your deck. Supporters. Taboo. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 4 cards. If your active Pokemon is your only Pokemon in play, draw 8 cards. Okay, I'll use that. I mean, just try that out. 6 out of 10. OPC, a lot of these cards are like just from reprint, but of course I don't know a lot of them because I just recently got into Pokemon cards. So you might see me just reading this like I don't know them, but because I don't know them. I don't know every card there is. Flip 2 coin. If both are heads, put this card from your discard pile into your hand. Too much RNG there. Pierce. Okay. So you're in search of both the Pokemon. Hey. You can use Pierce to get out Eternal's Vmax and V plus an energy, but not attached to it to your hand. $8.5 out of 10. for those of you who's Eternus Vmax for your deck, 8.5, 9 out of 10. So definitely consider that card. Pokemon Breeder. A reprint. Basically, it's a rare candy, but you can search for it. Wait, hold on, let me see that again. Oh, you just search for evolution Pokemon. It's like, I mean, why would you want to do that? There's a card to do that more efficiently. The quick ball. I mean, there's a lot of cards to do that more efficiently. Rare fossil. I mean, for those of you who play fossil right here, get a couple of these inside your deck and a couple of fossil Pokemon and a way to summon them, of course. So I don't really know how to rank fossil Pokemon. I mean, I don't play fossil. You know, 7, 8 out of 10. I mean, you must have it. Rose, I have him. I think he was banned, I believe. Nope. Okay, you can discard your hand. So if you really hate your hand and you happen to have this card and you need energy for your Vmax, not bad though, but then you have to discard your entire hand. You don't get to draw any card. That could be a problem, you know, that could be a problem. It's like 50-50. I mean, I'm gonna lose my entire hand just to attach 2 energy to my active Pokemon. In any way, like that could basically turn the game around for you. If you really need that 2 energy, this card could turn that around for you. But in early game, doing this, I don't think it's a smart idea. So if you have this card, save it in your hand. I mean, for like very situational, this card could turn around the match. I mean, you can just summon Dragofish Vmax and put this 2 energy on it, and bang! You know, you got you got an attack up. So I give that like 7 out of 10. I mean, it's not like must have, but very situational. Could be useful. Rose Tower Stadium. Yeah, so if you like throwing away a lot of your card, you low. I mean, no, I wouldn't use that. 3 out of 10 stadium card. Spike Muth. It's a stadium. Opponent. Okay, so whenever the opponent just summon a Pokemon, they get 22 counter on that Pokemon. I can see it's okay. Meh. 5 out of 10. It could be useful in some situation. I mean, if your opponent use like just plain old basic Pokemon, you know, like no GX, no VMAX or anything like that. I mean, this could be useful, but not that useful for me. Struggle gloves, Pokemon tools. If your Pokemon is attached to have weakness to your opponent active Pokemon, its attack do 30 more damage to your opponent active Pokemon. Situational. So if I'm using a wellness deck, pretty much all my fire Pokemon, it has a weakness of water. I can attach this to my fire Pokemon and do 30 more damage. Would that be worth it? 30 more damage. But it's very situational unless you know your weakness is against your opponent. So no, I'd rather do that. Nope, I wouldn't put that in my deck. It's unique, but maybe 4 out of 10. Turbo Patch. Okay, now this I've seen a lot of this card around. Flip a coin. If head, attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your basic Pokemon that isn't a Pokemon GX. Very situational. So think about it. If maybe second or third turn where you discard your entire hand full of energy and you happen to draw like maybe 2 of this card, this could be useful. But you have to flip a coin, you know. If you don't have to flip a coin, then that's a must for every deck, but you have to flip a coin. So 5 out of 10, yeah. If you don't have to flip a coin, I would definitely consider this trainer in my deck. Maybe 2 of them. So 5 out of 10. Yellhorn. Both active Pokemon are now confused. Situational. Very situational. But you know, if your opponent switch out their Pokemon with a bench or evolve their Pokemon, and you lost that confusion. So we got a couple unique energy. Heat energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides fire energy. The fire Pokemon this card is attached to get plus 20 HP. There's a stack. Does it stack? If it's stacked, then it's great. Is it useful? I mean, for heat. I mean, if your opponent have like a water deck, I mean, it's pretty useless for you. But for everything else, I don't think this is even useful. You know, like it's not even useful for wellness deck because I'd rather have basic energy card instead of this. Because I can search for basic energy, but I can't search for like special energy card unless you know I have something like Cramorant. So situational, but man, that energy maybe 5 out of 10. Let's see the special energy for darkness. As long as this card attached to Pokemon provide, okay, the no retreat cost. Oh wow, this is like air balloon, right? Air balloon, a skateboard, something like that. So that card right there, again, if you have Eternatus deck, Darkness Energy, have at least 2 of this in your deck, 2 or 3. Maybe. So I like that better than fire energy. So if I have a darkness deck, definitely consider at least 2 of those in my deck. 7.5 out of 10. That's what I would give. We have more colorless energy. The attack of this colorless Pokemon, this card is attached to do 20 more damage to your opponent active Pokemon. So not only you can attach energy, now you can do 20 more damage. Plus, if you put your item card and raise the damage, this is not bad. This is not bad, but that Pokemon had to be colorless energy. Had to be a colorless Pokemon. Basic Pokemon, so to say. So if you use a lot of basic colorless energy Pokemon, I mean, maybe 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, this 2 energy card I think is better than the fire energy card. So let's go to... Okay, we're almost done here. Butterfree and what? Oh, no, this is a secret rare. Full art. Full art secret rare. No, it's just Butterfree, we cover that. Center Scorch. Okay, Vaporeon V. Golbat, I mean... Yep, this is a secret rare. Pierce. Rose is banned. Butterfree Vmax, Center Scorch. Of course, you know, if I ever were to trade my card, I would want to have the best card, you know, like the full art, secret rare, or something like this. Or golden card, you know, like these. So that's cool. I don't know why they put this golden card. I mean, they really try hard to put Rillaboom. They have a special deck for him, of course. They try really hard to push that card, but it's not. I don't see a lot of people use that card. No, use him. They rather use Venusaur. So out of the gold card, maybe him. Maybe he's worth something. Once you're in turn, you may attach a fire energy card or a fighting energy card or one of each from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. Ooh, wow, that's not bad. That's not bad. But you have to evolve them from Carco, Colossal. So yeah, if you have this guy on your bench, I mean, I can see this guy is useful for even a welder's deck. You can attach any one of each. So yeah, one of each energy. Definitely want him. He could be a useful bench Pokemon. Very useful right there. So yeah, I definitely looking forward to this golden card. And maybe a golden energy capture card. Or a big parasol, I don't know. But yeah, the golden card is really hard to find. So good luck with you opening up the packs, and I'll be opening up those packs when Nintendo release the Darkness Ablaze in August 14, I believe. So stay tuned for August 14. We're gonna get a whole bunch of booster pack, like not like physical booster pack, because I still have to wait for them to ship to me just booster packs. But we're going to open like digital booster pack. I'm also giving out like a Pokemon code, so you can open those packs. I'm not sure if my my Darkness Ablaze code will arrive at the time, but you know, if it does, I'll give you guys some code so you can open some booster pack with me, and hopefully, you know, we're gonna have a good time. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. I don't know if anyone watching all the way to here. We reached over 2 hours right now. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, because it really does help my channel if you subscribe and like, so that this new Google algorithm is really hurting a lot of our new channel, because Google now favor like your corporate channel instead of just, you know, your average Joe channel right now. So it's really helpful if you hit that like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more, because I'll do a lot more Pokemon card game, and we're gonna have fun together. So that's it. So now I have nothing else for you guys. So stay tuned for more stream, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure what day I'm streaming, because when I feel like streaming, I stream when I feel like streaming. But you know, it is what it is, because this type of streaming is like a full-time job. But imagine a full-time job where you don't make anything at first, you know. But this for me is an experiment, just a hobby, so to say. So I don't want to dedicate 7 days a week to just streaming, because I have other stuff to do. So I don't know when I'll be streaming, but I will be streaming once every week, pretty much every week, at least 2 or more streams. Sometimes I'll do like 3 or 4 if I feel like it. So yeah, stay tuned, subscribe, get the latest video. I'm working on a lot of video. I'm gonna review on a lot of stuff that I bought recently, and some of them are very good, some of them are very bad, and I want to warn you on those really bad stuff, so you can avoid buying like all those computer parts that are not very good. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching. This is V for Vital, signing out.